Praises to Yahawah, BAHASHEM, YAHAWAHSHI. That's the Hebrew name who we call Christ or Jesus in the English tongue. Today we're going to talk about uh, just these abominable foods that we're eating, and that's really making us sick out here. And some of us is not getting the fact that we're getting sick because the Most High told us not to eat these things, and we still are uh, eating these things, and and these things are has a lot to do with us being sick. So some of the animals on the earth that the Most High told us to eat, uh, you know, He put a difference in these animals. The clean animals and the unclean animals. And one of the unclean animals is uh, the pig, right? The swine. Okay, that swine is one of the nastiest animals on the planet. You can just pretty much call that a dump disposal because the pig eats everything and anything. And when we consume that pig, that pig uh, makes us sick, you know, with high blood pressures and, all these different sickness or diseases, you know. So the Most High put a difference between the clean and the unclean. And if we just would read and get the understanding of what he said, then, we probably would, our health probably would be a whole lot better than what it is, you know. So dealing with the pig, in Leviticus 11:7, he said, and the swine, though he divided the hoof, okay, he have divided hoofs, feet, and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth the cud. He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you. So the Most High telling us in the scriptures not to eat these things and why we shouldn't eat these things. Just like the things in the waters. He put a difference between the unclean and clean things in the water. One of the things that we shouldn't be eating in the waters are the shrimp, the crabs, the lobsters, okay? These are things that the Most High created to clean his earth, you know? So uh, he said in verse 9, the things about what's in the water that we shouldn't eat. There shall you eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever had fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas, the crab don't have fins or scales, the lobster doesn't have fins or scales, the shrimp doesn't have fins or scales, and all that have not fins or scales in the seas and in the rivers of all that move in the waters, and any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. You see, so they make all this food look like it's a high choice or high class type food for us to eat when it's not. And then we wondering why we can't stay away from the hospital. You know, uh, because the Most High is cursing us when we go against His word and truth. You know, uh, the birds in the air. All these different things that's on the earth or in the seas. He put a difference in the clean and unclean. But when we go against those things, he and when we know better and we still go against that, then that's when he really bring the sickness on us. You know, and the birds in the air, it say, and these are they which ye shall have an abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle and the ostrich and the osprey and the vulture and the kite after his kind, every raven after his kind, and the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cockerel, and the hawk after his kind, and the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the swan, and the pelican, and the gier eagle, and the stork, the heron after her kind, and the lapwing after the bat. And the bat. So these are some of the things that we shouldn't be eating. These type of birds, So the Most High, He gave us things and told us, in the scriptures, uh, not to eat, what to eat and not to eat. You see. So the so-called devil, uh, made some of these things in this world as if it was clean or good to eat. You know. So it says, let's jump over to 42 and we'll read down to 47. It says, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination. It shall not be eaten. Whatsoever goeth upon the belly, and whatsoever go upon all four, and whatsoever had more feet among all creeping things that creep. See that? So that's like one of the crabs, the shrimp, those things with all those legs, like a spider, those things, most I don't say don't deal with that type of stuff. You say, whatsoever had more feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them ye shall not eat, for they are an abomination. Ye shall not make yourself abominable with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall ye make yourself unclean with them, that ye should be defiled thereby. For I, Yahawah BAHASHEM YAHAWAHSHI, am the Lord your God, Yahawah. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy. You should be separate. For I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourself with any manner of creeping things that creepeth upon the earth. For I am the Lord that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt, to be your God, Yahawah, power. Ye shall therefore be holy, separated. For I am holy, separated. See? So we should be separated from these things that we eat, and separated from are holy from other nations. It says, this is the law of the beast and of the fowl and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean. See that? So he made a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. So he put a difference in these things. So if we just would follow, listen, come back to the Most High, Yahawah BAHASHEM YAHAWAHSHI and His truth, we'll do a whole lot better then, especially health-wise, and So I wanted to share that with you guys today. Um, Remember to like, share, subscribe. I'll be back with the next one. Peace.